Look at that. Look at that. This is so beautiful. What you're looking at is at the 16th century wall of Jerusalem, built by Suleiman the Magnificent. It's actually based the wall on the Crusader walls. That is the Crusader moat that was around the city. I can see a little bit of the big stones of the Crusaders, but on top of it, what you can see now is the 16th century wall. I don't know what I'm doing. I know that I'm starting from the new gate, but what I think to do is to go to Jaffa Gate, which is, my friends, just turn left there and you will reach it. But I'm going to do that through the inner part of the wall. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, it's almost Christmas. I don't know if you can see the Christmas tree of the... right there. Of the French hospice. St. Louis. And that was the border between Israel and Jordan. Israel is the other side. The light rail is on the no man land, United Nations area, and that part was occupied by the Jordanians. The old city was supposed to be owned by United Nations, not by Palestine, not by Israel, but it was occupied by Jordan, that occupied the future Palestine as well until 1967. Then, although you can see a gate here, and it's called the New Gate, sadly, until 1967, you couldn't enter into it, and now we can. It was established by the Turkish, by the Ottomans, by the request of the Christians, because the Christian quarter was outside the wall, and from here it was the best way to reach to the Latin Custodia, the Terra Santa Custodia, there, and the other Christians orders, and for the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Then let's enter through the new gate straight to Christmas. The sun is in our eyes, that I'm trying to avoid it. Sadly, the Christmas tree of the French school, sorry, it looks like they, I don't know, maybe they are going to build it. It's supposed to be there, but it's still not here. sorry. It's winter, you know. But what you can see here are new shops, and it's becoming to be a very modern place for alcohol and cakes. It's called the New Gate Street, and we are moving to the shade, avoiding the sun. And let me stop next to the map, which will be difficult for me to stop now. Yeah, cannot. You can see that the car is actually the car won't let us enter there because I'm too fat for that. But what we're going to do, let me see if I can do that from the other side. Meanwhile, you can see that I'm holding a crown. Cannot. Then later on I will show you what I'm going to do. All right, then. In that case, Brandi Spry. We are walking with you today, and your story touched me so much, and I decided to add another video to your. Usually I'm doing only one video, but I felt that I need to do something more than that. You can see another beautiful tower of the Terra Santa Custodia, the Franciscans that are holding almost, not all, of the Catholic churches. And that's the name of the street because of them. But you can see the Pope itself. It actually tells us that we are not so far away. Actually, we are inside the Christian Quarter. The wall is just there. And we are heading to the Knights Palace of the Latin Patriarch. You can see a lot of crosses here. I think you can understand that we are very, very close to the Catholic part of it. Then we are at the Catholic neighborhood. Then, let's start with that. Brandi, sadly you didn't mention your name, your mother's name, but it's a beautiful story of a love between a mother and a child, between a child to a mother. I know that your mother suffered a lot for the last 2 years. I hope that your sister will hear that story and will repent and will come back to your family. And I think to celebrate as a family, Christmas is one of the most important things. That's why I'm gonna upload that video before Christmas time. Send it to your sister, and it doesn't matter why and what's happened. Everyone that actually watch it, please send Brandi a message of love. Send Brandi a message for her mothers as well. Then we are at St. Peter Street. I'm so sorry. If you want to have your own cross, it's not a problem. Enter to the description, the text, attach that video, and you will find 2 links. One of Buy Me a Coffee, and the other one of PayPal. This time go to Buy Me a Coffee, and you will see a selection of holy crosses, books, and rosaries that you can have. You will choose one of them. I will take a video of it, upload it to YouTube, and of course I will send the cross to Brandi's house. Then you're going to have a cross that's been blessed in one of the places in Jerusalem, and a video. Celebration because we are very close to Santa's house. Wow, it's cold. Merry Christmas, ho 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 ho. Here in the Holy Land, we're using, we're not using the dishes, we are using Santa's camel. And look how beautiful it is. It's the Latin Patriarch Road, and let's go to see if the Latin Patriarch, which is kind of, how should I say it, if not as the kind of the, it's not the embassy, but it's the most important, the center of the Catholic Patriarch in the Holy Land. And you can see Mary. Usually in every December there's a carnival with a Christmas market here. This year I'm not sure, maybe because of the war, the energy is not so strong. What you can see there is the wall. Remember the wall that takes you to Jaffa Gate? Then we are doing it through the inner part of it. And let's enter to the Latin Patriarch yard. Nah, the Christmas tree is not there. Shame of you, shame on you. I wanted to take a picture of it. I'm so sorry. I'm sure that they will build it soon, or at least I hope so. Then we are parallel to Jaffa Gate, and you can see the Greek flag. It means that might be an Orthodox place. You can see the Consulate General of Greece. Then now we know exactly what it is. A lot of hummus and falafel restaurants. Usually at this time of the year, there's a lot of bakeries with Christmas cakes and chocolate. And if you wonder if I bought my daughter chocolate, not yet, but I will buy her Father Christmas chocolate. If not, something local. Promised her she will get it. We are reaching Jaffa Gate, and Jaffa Gate is such an important place because it's one of the most important gates. There are two important gates of Jerusalem, and one of them is Jaffa, which most of the tourists are entering through it. In front of it, which is the upper part of the old city. Here you can see some Santa, but not a lot of magic. In front of it, it's the highest place of the city, and in front of it, everyone who rules the city built himself kind of a fortress. And what you can see here is a beautiful fortress that was built by as I told you, everyone. Let's start with the Hashemonites, the Maccabees, King Herod, and the Muslims, and the Crusaders, and the Muslims, and the British, and the Israelis. You got it. From here you can actually climb up. You see the flags, where the flags are, to see an amazing view of Jerusalem. And to your right side, you can see Jaffa Gate. I have so many videos of Jaffa Gate, and I'm not going to add one more into it. And we are heading to Mount Zion. See, I didn't know that I will continue to Mount Zion. Now I know. If you talked about different kind of neighborhoods, here you can see the Greek Catholic Patriarch sign. That is a group of Orthodox Christians who accepted at the 19th century the Catholic. We are now walking through, we are leaving the Christian Quarter, entering to the Armenian Quarter. And actually to the Jewish Quarter as well. The sun is in our eyes, and we will try to avoid it. You can see here a Muslim guy praying through Mecca. Then we are heading to south through the Mecca. Right, sun is quite strong. Hello, kitty. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, dear kitty? Yes. Yes. I am mad about cats. I think you already knows it. Then you can see the fortress, but before that, that is an amazing museum, Christian Catholic museum, but the roof of it is, I think, one of the best viewpoints, and I do have some videos of it. You can see the fortress. For example, the moat is from the Crusader time. That part is from King Herod time. That part is from the Ottoman times. So then you can understand it. It's like the story of Israel. It's city on top of a city on top of a city on top of a city. Everyone wanted that place for themselves. The building with a red roof is a police station now. It was a police station. Now it's in Israeli time. It was a police station at the British time. It was a police station at the Turkish time. But at the time of King Herod, that was the palace of his. That's where the palace of King Herod actually started. And it started from there because you can always run into the fortress of his if something bad will happen. And we are already started to climb up Mount Zion. To your left side, you can see one of the entrances to Christ Church, which is the Jewish Messianic church. You can see that it's in Hebrew, Arabic, and English. And the entrance is from the coffee place. Guys, British, totally British. And this is the coffee place. Excellent coffee. I must say that we are actually traveling through two excellent coffees. This is one, and the other one is at the end of that video. If it will be open, I'm not sure, because this time I woke up late without any reason. I forgot to set my alarm. Already in the Armenian Quarter, you will see the Armenian flags. And I'm not supposed to walk in the road, mainly because I'm not a car, but the shade is here, although it's the end of it. Oops, let me cross. There's a lot of Armenian pottery, which I thought that all the Armenians knows, but it actually came from South Turkey. That's where Armenia used to be, or part of Armenia used to be. But in 1915, 1.5 Armenians were butchered by the Ottomans, Turkish of today. Then in Armenia itself, when I visited that amazing country, I didn't see evidence for the pottery, but it's so beautiful. Wow, such a strong sun. Guys, we are somewhere in the middle of December, no rain. I remember and demand. Oh, Christmas songs. Patriarchate. If you will turn left, we will reach the Jewish Quarter, but we are continue straight. But let's that car go, and I will be able to follow the car. According to the Armenians, the tomb of two Jameses. One of them is, oh, if you look at that Armenian pottery here, you can understand what I'm talking about. It's not cheap, but it's handmade and it's beautiful. Then two James are buried here. One of them is the greater, the head of the apostle of Jesus, one of three important apostles. Compostela, remember Compostela in Spain? The body is buried there, but not the head. Then the head is right here. I uploaded a video about it. Hey guys, if it's your first video of mine, then please subscribe to my channel. I have more than 21,000 videos. One of them is about the tomb of St. James. And the bishop, the brother of Jesus, was there as well. He's buried beneath the altar. And right to your right side, you can see the Armenian Theological Seminary. Remember, when I'm entering the St. James Cathedral of the Armenian, and you can see the symbol of the Armenian as well, at 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. every day, you will find an amazing ceremony of Armenians. I'm crying almost every time that I hear it. You cannot see a lot of that map because someone is always trying to destroy the map that the Armenians are trying to glue to here, but you can see a little bit of the result. Let's continue through the Armenian Quarter. They have an amazing museum. I know that I'm using the word amazing a lot, but that's what I feel that I need to say. They have a great museum that talks about the history of the Armenian in Jerusalem and in the Holy Land. And they have a long history. One of them is actually in front of you. They have a museum, a quarter. There's a quarter of the Armenian. There's a Christian quarter and Armenian Quarter. Got it? Very important. Secondly, they have here a beautiful museum that talks about the history, and the upper part is about the genocide of them in Armenia by the Ottomans. Then this is the entrance to the museum. And they will have a new exhibition soon, which I'm going to visit, of course. In front of you, you can see the southern wall of the city from the 16th century. We will cross it soon to the other side, to Mount Zion, or the center, the Acropolis of Mount Zion, because we are already on Mount Zion. Remember, by following everyone that's watching that video. But Brandi, this day is yours and yours family. And if it's okay by you, without asking you, I'm adding your sister and your children into that video, because I believe that families must unite. And if there is a day that I think it's important to be together, is Christmas Day. You can see the western wall of the western wall of the city, north of the temple, and the southern wall. And ramparts, excellent idea, but try not to do that on the, how should I say it nicely? July and August. If you'll do that, then be patient, bring a lot of water and cover your skin and your head. You see, what I meant to do is only a short tour, and it's already 25 minutes. If we will continue straight ahead, we will reach Mount of Olives, and you will see a little bit of it soon, and the Jewish Quarter. But we are now still at the Armenian Quarter. I can see the wall that surrounded the quarter. They are all right. The most of the quarter, not all of it. Let me show you a little bit. You can see the Jewish Quarter, the Mount of Olives. What you can see from here is the Jewish cemetery from the time of King David until now. We're actually turning right and going out of the city through Zahi Gate. We enter through the new gate, and we are going out through Zahi Gate. Remember the border between Israel and Jordan? You will see the other side of it soon. And because of it, if it's a border area, you look at the bullet holes, actually with the bullets in it. That was Jordan. And we are going back to Israel. And I will show you exactly what we did on the map. Then we are now at the Acropolis of Mount Zion, looking at the gate itself. You can see a lot of bullet holes around it for the same reason. Now we're in Israel, we've been in Jordan, and let me show you the map. We did everything in 27 minutes. Oh, listen to the bells. We started from here. We entered through the new gate. We went through the new gate street. We used that road to reach, remember the Latin Patriarch, to reach the fortress that now it's called Tower of David. Jaffa Gate was from here, and we went through the Armenian Patriarch Street and went out to Zahi Gate. I'm not gonna take a video of it, but I'm not gonna bless the cross at King David's tomb at the Dormition Abbey. This is the second good coffee, and you will see it soon. And Room of the Last Supper as well. But we went through the Christian Quarter and the Armenian Quarter. There are two more quarters, Jewish one and the Muslim one. Can you hear the bells? It's for us. King David tomb, and the room of the Last Supper is there, but we are heading to the Dormition. The Dormition is, as you can see, it's a new church, but it was built on top of 4th and 12th century churches. It established in the 1900, but according to the Catholic and I must say Greek Orthodox churches as well, that place is the house of Mary. We are talking about the Immaculate Conception. Can I enter to you? Yeah, all right. I'm going to there, and 5 minutes I will be with you. He is the guy that I'm buying most of the Catholic items in that beautiful shop. But first, again, he calls me to go to the place that Mary fell asleep. Then, yeah, that's the story of the church. And remember the excellent coffee? I can smell it. How are you? I can smell it. This is the best coffee of the city, and he is the best coffee because he is preparing it. I will be here in about 2-3 minutes, but again, someone is forcing me to bless Brandi cross, or you can say Brandi's family cross, in the place that Mary fell asleep, in the crypt. Oh. It's the second week of the Advent. Oh, the smell is so amazing. It belongs to the Benedicts, Catholic. It's a present from the Ottomans to them. They accepted it, they got it in 1980, whatever, but they built a church in 1900, and they renovated it lately. And this is the place that, according to tradition, Mary fell asleep. Now, until 1960, there were two different stories. The first is that Jesus and Mary fell asleep, and Jesus took her soul. And 3 days later, after they buried her, Jesus took her body as well. Then, yesterday it was the Immaculata feast, and I wasn't here, I couldn't. My daughter asked me to stay at home, to be with her. Then she's my daughter, and some of you already saw her. Then you can see here the two different stories. Today it's one story according to the Catholic. You can see the scene that Jesus took Mary's soul, and then the disciples buried her body at the Kidron Valley in Jerusalem, and Jesus took her body as well. Guys, if you want to support, it's not the end of the video, if you want to support my channel, the first one is to buy one of the products, and I will take a video of it, because it's a wartime. I'm not working more than 14 months now, except of 7 days of working. Another option is to remember the two links of Buy Me Coffee and PayPal. Through there, you can do that as well. It's added description. You can always ask me for a link, And look outside. I mean, next to the like button, there's a shape of a heart button. It's called Super Thanks. And through YouTube, you can actually help me as well. It supports my soul and my body. You are the only income of mine. But the most important thing is, and it doesn't cost a penny, subscribe to my channel and send the link of that video or my channel to everyone that you know. Listen to them. This is the closest place to Pentecost, but I want you to listen to the benediction. We're going to climb up. I will do that slowly. It's amazing. Let's end the story with the beginning. This is Hebrew. Genesis 1. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Guys, thank you very much for being with me. You can ask me whatever you want, but don't forget to bless Brandi Spry family. Merry Christmas to everyone.